A blessed day, learners! Today is another exciting and fun-filled learning experience here in the world of science. So, what are you waiting for? Come on, let's explore the amazing world of science. Now, please get your learner's module in science, your pen, and your notebook. If you are ready, let's begin with a review of your past lesson.
I will ask you 3 questions. Comment a thumbs up if the statement is correct and thumbs down if it is incorrect. Aside from answering thumbs up or down, you may provide a short explanation if possible. You have 5 seconds to comment on your answer. If you're ready, let us start. First statement is, geothermal energy comes in many forms which are all viable. You have 5 seconds to comment on your answer. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is thumbs down. Next. All the geothermal energy from the Earth crust comes from radioactive decay underground. You have 5 seconds again to comment on your answer. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is thumbs down. Last statement. Geothermal generators are very eco-friendly but takes a lot of money to construct. You have 5 seconds again to comment on your answer. The timer starts now. The answer is thumbs up.
Very good, grade 9 students! Now, let us proceed to our learning objectives for today.
For today's session, you are expected to differentiate climate from weather, describe the factors that affect climate, and lastly, explain how altitude and land topography affect climate.
Isn't it exciting, right? But before we start our discussion, let us have an exciting game first.
Let us play What's in the Pictures. This is related to a game called 4-Pick 1 Word. What you're going to do is to guess the right word or term based on the given sets of pictures. Okay, are you ready? Let us start. Here are the pictures. There are 10 seconds to answer. The timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is climate.
Alright, learners, congratulations if you got the correct answer. Now, based on the given answer in our game, we will explore together the lesson about climate. Are you familiar with that word? Oh, I know most of you are familiar. Alright class, let us talk about climate.
When we say climate is the weather conditions prevailing in an area over a long period of time. Another is, climate is the average weather in a place over many years. For example, in the Philippines, the warmest months of the year are March through October. The winter monsoon brings cooler air from November to February. May is the warmest month, and January is the coolest.
Now class, speaking of weather, what is weather?
When we say weather is the state of the atmosphere at a place and time. For example, the weather for today in Metro Manila is sunny and may bring the warmest temperature, while in Mindanao, the weather is partly cloudy and may bring rain showers.
Alright class, did you get the idea of climate and weather? I know you do. Okay class, to test your idea, let us have a short activity.
The title of our activity for today is Climate versus Weather. I want you to identify the following statements if it is referring to climate or weather. Type climate or weather in the comment box below. I will be giving you 5 seconds to answer each item. Are you ready? Let us start. Number 1. Today's high temperature will be at 31 degrees Celsius. Is it a climate or a weather? Comment now on your answer. Time is up. The answer is weather, because it indicates the current situation of a weather condition. Number 2. The average humidity in the Philippines is 71%. Is it a climate or a weather? Comment now on your answer. Time is up. The answer is climate, because it gives the general description of a climate in the country. Now, for the last number, number 3, an isolated thunderstorm can be expected in Manila. Is it a climate or a weather? Comment now on your answer. Time is up. The answer is weather, because it indicates the current situation of a weather condition.
Alright class, congratulations if you got all the correct answers. Now, I have a question for you. Do you have any idea what are the factors affecting the climate? I know some of you have an idea, but let us find out what are the factors affecting the climate.
There are 4 factors that may affect the climate of a certain area. And these are, number 1, latitude. Number 2, altitude or elevation. Number 3, proximity to water. And the last is topography. Okay class, let us talk about the first factor that may affect the climate, which is the latitude. Latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the Earth's equator, usually expressed in degrees. It ranges from 0 degrees at the equator and 90 degrees at the poles. Areas at the equator or 0 degrees latitude receive sun's rays directly. So these areas near the equator have warm climates such as our country, which is the Philippines. Another factor is altitude or elevation. Altitude is the distance above sea level. Altitude affects temperature and pressure in such a way that as altitude increases, the corresponding temperature of an air decreases generally. This is because air in higher areas is less dense due to decrease of pressure, therefore, it cannot hold as much as heat. Thus, we can say that as altitude increases, temperature decreases. Next factor is proximity to water. Proximity to water is the surrounding bodies of water can affect the climate of a place or region. Keep in mind that soil absorbs and releases heat faster than water. Hence, places that are near the oceans have moderate climate as the body of water regulates the temperature. In contrast, places that are far from the bodies of water have extreme climates as there are no immediate bodies of water that will help to circulate the movement of cold and warm air. And the last factor is topography. Topography refers to the forms and features of land surfaces, for instance, a mountain. Okay class, take a look at this picture. The area in which the wind blows is called windward side. The windward side of the mountain receives more precipitation. On the other hand, the area where the wind is blocked by the mountain is called the leeward side. The leeward side receives less precipitation. Hence, it is dry and has less vegetation compared to the windward side. And those are the 4 factors that may affect the climate of a certain area.
Alright class, did you get the idea? Oh, I know you do. Now, let us have another activity.
The title of this activity is My Name is Right. I want you to answer the following statement if it is true or false. Comment your last name if the statement is true or correct, and comment your first name if it is false or incorrect. You have 5 seconds to comment on your answer. This is number 1. Regions away from the equator receive sun's rays at an angle, thus lesser radiant energy resulting in cooler climates. The timer starts now. Time is up. The answer is true or your last name. This is number 2. Places that are near the oceans have extreme climate as the body of water regulates the temperature. The timer starts now. Time is up. The answer is false or your first name. And this is the last number, number 3. The leeward side of the mountain receives less precipitation. The timer starts now. Time is up. The right answer is true or your last name.
Alright learners, congratulations if you got all the correct answers. Okay class, a while ago, I mentioned altitude and topography as one of the factors affecting a climate. I will give an additional information regarding this topic.
Alright class, take a look at this given table. As you can see on the given table, the left side of the table shows the list of different cities in the Philippines. While the middle part of the table shows the elevation of the area above sea level in meters. And the right side of the table shows the annual average temperature.
Now class, I will ask you 3 questions regarding this table. You will be given 10 seconds to answer the question. Are you ready? Let us start.
Number 1, which place is the coldest? The timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is Baguio. Number 2, which place is the hottest? The timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is Tacloban. And the last number, number 3, what is the relationship between altitude and temperature of a place? The timer starts now. Time is up. The best answer is as altitude increases, the temperature decreases and may bring colder weather.
Students, always remember this. Number 1, climate is the weather conditions prevailing in an area over a long period, while weather is the state of the atmosphere at a place and time. Number 2, there are 4 factors that may affect the climate and These are number 1, latitude, number 2, altitude or elevation, number 3, proximity to water, and the last, the topography. Lastly, the temperature decreases as altitude increases in the atmosphere. So, as you climb a tall mountain, you might experience relatively the same cold, chilly climate that is experienced near the poles. Alright class, let us test your understanding by means of this short game, and I called it I Heart You.
I want you to determine whether the statement is correct or not. Comment heart icon if the statement is correct and sad emoji if it is incorrect. You will be given 5 seconds to type your answer in the comment section. The number 1 is climate is the state of the atmosphere at a place and time. The timer starts now. Time is up. The answer is sad emoji. Number 2. Latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the Earth's equator, usually expressed in degrees. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is heart icon. Number 3. Longitude is the distance above sea level. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is sad emoji. Number 4. The leeward side of the mountain receives more precipitation. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is sad emoji. And the last number, number 5, the area in which the wind blows is called the windward side. The timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is heart icon.
Alright learners, congratulations to those who got above 3 scores. Okay learners, to know more about our topic for today, your subject teacher will give you more information about it. Alright learners, thank you very much for watching our session today. I hope you learned and enjoyed this session. Again, this is Mr. Rogelio Rivera, your science teacher. Take care and